We are now at the fourth essential mechanism, technical skills of producing high-performance video content. And in this last section, you can expect 5 videos in total. And they start with the hardware and software needed to create videos and the tools I use. And there's 3 parts to that because there's a lot of information. The video after that is my suggestions of ensuring long-term video making success. And then I wrap it up, of course, with a cost-benefit analysis. And that is the realities associated with not having or developing the necessary technical skills. Now, something I wanted you to know is that I'm not going to be getting into what software and hardware to buy or how to use them in this mechanisms for these 2 reasons. To begin with, hardware and software choices are covered quite a lot here in Udemy and on the internet. And actually, it's these technical skills that is covered the most in the video making sections of Udemy. So it's well done. It's like well covered. The second reason is because there are so many choices and variables when it comes to what to use. And by variables, I mean what equipment to use. So there's a lot of choices with your recording devices, and that's your video and audio. So many choices in lighting, hardware, and also software. So it's because there's so many choices that there's just too much to narrow it down. So I'm actually going to be mainly focusing on what I use and why I use it. Now, before I get into the next video, there are 3 points I'd like to make first. And the first one is that out of all 4 mechanisms I cover in this course, technical skills is the only one that you can totally outsource if you want to. You could show up in my video studio or at my video studio with your message ready to go, and I can videotape you and then do all the post-production work. The question is that really what you want? You want to outsource it to someone, or you want to do it yourself? And the first question I always ask people is when they say they want to make videos is why? Because there's a huge cost that comes with making videos, not only with money, time, but also what you have to learn. So you have to be very clear if you want to make your own videos and if you want to produce them as to why you do that. The second point I want to make is that all aspects of technical skills fall in the categories of pre-production, production, and post-production. Whereas things like mastery and crafting your message is all pre-production work. Being video savvy mostly falls into the category of production, and post-production is going to be, when it comes to technical skills, is going to be things like your software and using that and whatnot. So depending on what area you're talking about, it will fall in the category of pre-production, production, or post. And it's just one of the things I wanted to point out about where this mechanism falls in those categories. The last point I want to offer before we get into the video is a couple definitions. And study.com says that technical skills are the knowledge and capabilities to perform specialized tasks. Whereas boundless.com says that technical skills are the learned capacity or ability to carry out predetermined results using tools, machines, techniques, crafts, systems, and methods of organization. And in part 3 of the next video, I'm going to be talking specifically about staying organized and the importance of that. So let's now get into the first video of this final mechanism, and that is the hardware and software needed to create videos and the tools I use.